UP South San Francisco switcher to SFPRB Yardmaster. We are at Quint Street and seek permission to enter and work the Pier district. Yardmaster to UP South San Francisco switcher. We have no jobs working today, so you're cleared to work the Pier district without restrictions. Yardmaster out. So this is me. Okay, our first move is to drop our rear 5 empty waste hoppers at rail yard track 4. We're responsible for our manual switches. So in the middle there. So I need to hook that one. That'll do. You've got Bakewell tart, B. Harrison. Well, for later on after the stream, I have some Tesco egg custard tarts, and they're all mine too. So no, basically. Assuming Cameron hasn't just gone downstairs, having heard me, and eaten them all. That's the sort of thing you do. World's Longest Model Railway is a TV show. Hey there, Kenny. I'm good, thank you. How are you? A40 cat has no lights on a loco but show on the ground. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It means it's not swapping the lenses over. He's saying I might be stream sniped for custard tarts. It wouldn't surprise me. That's okay. There's 4 of them in the fridge. If he eats all of them, then his stomach will have its own form of revenge on him. How did they get on with this model railway project? Because I know that I think was it James May and Hornby tried to do it, and they couldn't get enough track down without vandals ripping it back up and damaging it, if I remember rightly. Was it Richard? Yeah, Richard May. That was it. Was it Richard May? James May or Richard? Someone else. James May, yeah. One of them, they're Top Gear peoples. Former Top Gear peoples. Oh, they did succeed it eventually, did they, Glenago? Oh, good. Did I hear also that the javelin, I think it was the javelin they were going to use for it, didn't they burn out the motor on it the first time round or something? This is about a 1 hour scenario, Ralphan. That steam engine that they're running on the the 74-mile one. I mean, knowing how long they last, you know, a boiler of water lasts. Presumably, it's going to sort of be run it radio controlled until it dies, then refill it, then run it till it dies, refill it, run it till it dies, refill it. Yeah, it looks very similar to one of the G-scale, or G-scale I think it is, trains that Mike Whiteley brings over to our half hour. Yeah, that sounds about right, I guess. Yeah. Oh yes, there's our trash cars. Yes, indeed, Glen Eggart, yeah. I quite enjoy actually driving them at and maintaining control rather than, because the thing is, the when we set the LGB track up, because we use LGB track and then run the live steam on it, obviously that's got, you know, quite severe corners, and you know, it's quite an interesting challenge, sort of get a bit faster down the straights and then gently slow it down to bring it round, given you haven't got any brakes, using the using effectively the steam to slow it down. So we need to drop our 5 empty waste cars. One, two, three, four, five. Pin that one and uncouple. Alright, uncoupled. We now need to pull forward and clear the ladder so we can reverse via track 2. We're headed to Pier 80 with the remaining cars. Go via track 2. Okay. That is the outside one. Right. Yeah, no, Mike's ones are gas, from rightly. So you hold the gas canister and spray the gas in. Then you adjust the valves, light it, which is usually, when the first time we did it was an interesting exercise in how much we could burn our hands off until we got the hang of it. And now we can do it dead easy. Bearing in mind we're doing it without any instructions, it was it was comical in a not comical way. And then. Yeah, and you've got to, obviously, before you light it, put the water in the boiler, which is just done by pumping, or you pour it in with a funnel. He did have a, in fact, Ben Jervis had it for a while as well. I think it was a 7 1/4 inch 040, coal fired. It's gorgeous. Right, swing that round there, go via there, we're headed to there, so we'll change that one, and this one, and this one, and we'll just free up these end ones just in case I need them. Yeah, that's kind of the approach that we used, Glenn Eggott. Couple of lovely little locos. They're both roundhouse ones. Yeah, already done it. Bored with my background? What? Go away. Any streams over the weekend? Probably a model railway stream. See you later, I am Hankum. Which ones? Let me have a quick look. So one of them looks like that. Where's the other one? The other one looks like that-ish, but in red for the most part. It's kind of like that. Yeah, I'd probably go with Silver Lady then, if that seems like that's a closer look to it. But yeah, it could be either one of those. They're very similar. They are both very good, actually. Yeah, they're lovely steamers. They're lovely to drive. Shall we just pause this just for a minute while I how can I do this? Let me just. So this was the live steam. Sorry, this is the bigger one, proper coal-fired loco. Wow, this is donkey quality. No track for it to run on. And then you've got... So this is one of them. This is running on the LGB track. The other one I think was... no, the loco. I mean, the loco was big. We think it might have been about either 5 or 7. Possibly 5. I can't remember. They knew. Yeah, so that's one of them. This is a really old video, actually. This is back when I lived in the other house. And then we've got this one. So this is the other.
Oh, yeah, good point, yeah. Oh, let me get one like this. Go on.
Oh, do you want over? Sorry.
Oh, these are the wagons that Mike built as well. This was when we first got this loco working. So our ability to operate it was very poor. Suffice to say, we got much more refined at controlling it. It doesn't help that the garden is like this in this house, in the house this was in, and it had to go over this. Do you see where the path is set way down below the grass? Oh, here we go. And these videos are absolutely rubbish. I thought I had other videos. It's got to be done, really. If you have anything you can strap your phone to, you strap your phone to it. These are lovely locos to run, they really are good fun. Let me have a look, I thought I had a better one. God, you can't tell me. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm missing it. I think it's this one.
Right, go.
Yeah, this was a newer track that we set out. This is one of our model railway operating weekends. Not much to that video. Anyway, little diversion. Those are the two live steam locos. Oh, here we go. Swinging round. I'm just swinging. I'm going to paste a link into chat with a much better quality video. I found I uploaded one to YouTube. That link probably won't work, will it? That one will work. Try that one. I'm guessing there used to be a switch here. Pier 80 track 1B, and at this point we drop off the three drop off cut of 3 cars there. Right, good. So I'm going to drop these off at 1B, yeah. Alright, at Pier 80 siding 2 we own a couple of cars. Oh, okay. Going the right way, which is good. Hey there, Sprinter. You almost forgot I was on? Appears to be like a water plane there. I'll drop these 3 cars off here. Right, now via track 1B we need to proceed to the Amador street siding couple onto 3 tank cars. Okay, and this will be to the front, yep. So who's going to join me on Flight Sim World multiplayer then tonight? That'll be next. Get this tea drunk while it's lukewarm before it goes vile and cold. And dare I say it, iced tea. Iced tea is like red sauce on bacon sandwich. Just wrong. Is the game quiet? I can turn the game up. It is turned down a bit. How's that? No, I drunk most of it. There's only a couple of mouthfuls left. Right, heading for Amador siding. Of course, the question is, what should we do in Flight Sim World? What is it? Is there anywhere that someone fancies flying? Norwich Airport to Edinburgh Airport. This is part of the expansion BRCW. I don't think the Pier dock, this area was in the original route. Ben, what sort of thing? Because there isn't. I mean, the biggest thing in there is the DA42 or the Seneca, really. I'm starting off at least by flying the. I want to fly the new Warbird. Isn't little snoring upstairs though, Amar? Hopefully snoring anyway. Hey Roddick, thank you for the cheers. Topping up the old mug. Yeah, it's the something like PA40 or something like that. A small airport to a big one. Okay. We'll just have to look out for all the Acme boxes, Sprinter. Ronnock's going for the bomb. Oh, there it goes. P40F, there you go. I don't know. Thing with wings. It's like, it's a plane, it's got a means of making it go. It's got wheels and it's got wings. And somewhere for a pilot to sit. Honestly, my knowledge of planes is like someone who looks at a Deltic and says, "But it's no different to a 37, isn't it?" I could use another equally technical description. It's a bit spitfirey. Emma just had a fit, fell on the floor. Roanoke, thank you for the cheers. A plane, the order of a plane is a tube, wings, a lot of noise and a whole lot of hopes. Coupled, you can now change to the operating cab of UP550 for the remainder of the duty. We now need to proceed to Pier 94, recycling siding 1 via rail yard track 2. Right, so we come back out and then we'll reverse down via that way. It is a bit spitfirey as there's a Merlin on the front. Well, there you go then. Yeah, I think you filled the cup. Yep, you certainly have, Roanoke. Did they ever cure the design flaw on the Spitfires that meant they couldn't do a hard G pull? Gav's dropping a bomb. Did that go in? Thank you very much, Gav. Where are we going anyway? We're getting these ones, which we're all hooked up to do. And Pier 94 recycling siding 1. We need to add the 5 loaded waste hoppers to our consist. And then we're just routing out. Hey SimUK, how are you doing? Hey, have you seen people have been playing with using the Steam controller as a head tracking system? It's ingenious. Obviously it's only 3 degrees of freedom, but still. Oh, it was a push or inverted flight, so if they flipped upside down and went up like that, effectively they could... Okay, right. Well, that feels like much less of an issue. Yeah, literally just pop it on their head, strap it to their headset. I've been thinking about having a go, but I left my Steam controller at work, so... If it works with any kind of any decency, and it's certainly the comments that people are saying is that it's really good, which doesn't surprise me because the motion controller in the Steam controller is very, very good indeed. Then I was going to get another Steam controller and open it up and sort of try and make something smaller out of it and get rid of all the other stuff that you don't need. You only had 9 seconds of inverted flight with the Merlin. That's... yeah. I guess that's just how much fuel you had left. It wasn't getting any new fuel at that point. When you were inverted, it was starved. Pier 94, recycling siding 1. You tempted to get a Steam controller. They're just amazing bit of kit, SimUK. Really like it. I mean, it's kind of transformational for playing on something like Euro Truck Sim because it's got the motion control, so you can use it like a steering wheel. Have you got PlayStation, SimUK? As in PS4. So the PS4 controller has the motion control stuff as well. I was playing it on GT Sport the other day using it. It's just using the motion control. It means you don't need a steering wheel. Obviously, it's better if we do. But Dave, what's this 15 months anniversary? Keep spatting. Thank you very much, Dave. Very much appreciated. Yeah, so something like Euro Truck Sim, you can map the motion control to the steering, effectively like the right stick. I then map the left joystick to, or the joystick. There's only one joystick to the looking. No, sorry, I don't. I use looking on the right touchpad. If you then use the rear, there's like a button, the little finger buttons on the back. If you use one of those, I use that as a shift modifier, and if you hold that down and then use the touchpad, it brings up a 16 function thing for accessing whatever functions you've mapped to it. And I've set 2 of those up, so I've got 32 inputs from there, some toggle inputs. Bumpers for indicators, right trigger for accelerator, left trigger for brake, but the triggers also have buttons as well, so if you pull them all the way they click a button. So on the brakes I've then used the click to activate the parking brake, so you've got that in one place as well. And then you've got the ABXY buttons which you can map up to various things, so it's possible to actually get a really good ETS setup to where you don't need the keyboard. And the way it's done, you don't even need the game to support that. It's all done via the Steam controller interface. Smash into those wagons. We're now ready to return to South San Francisco Yard via Rail Yard Track 2. Proceed to and stop at the Quint siding where we'll contact mainline dispatcher. Could use the button on right for cruise control. Well, what I'd probably do for cruise control is I'd actually have those on a on the one of the 32 inputs. So one for toggling it, one for increase, one for decrease, essentially. You're going to have to be extra nice to the wife. If you can get your son's PS4 controller off him for a period of time, if you can get Bluetooth onto your desktop, then you can use the PS4 controller on your on Steam or via the Steam interface, and it gets all the functionality of the Steam controller, which is quite neat. It only has one traditional thumbstick, where it doesn't have two. That one probably will wear the same as any other thumbstick, I should imagine. But you've got these touchpads which effectively give you two more analog controllers. As well as other things. You can make them do all sorts of things. They can be a virtual mouse, they can be touch these input panels up to 16 inputs, they can be a virtual joystick, all sorts. I think there's 8 or 9 different things they can be. Hey, SimUK, thank you very much for the sub. Oh, Dave gifted the sub to SimUK. Hey, thank you very much, Dave. Very much appreciated indeed. Where was I? Yeah, so you got these touch things, which they take a bit getting used to be honest. If you're used to using sticks, because you push a stick over generally. In a lot of cases, you push the stick and pull it towards you. Whereas with the touch wheels, you sort of your thumb is sort of sliding over this thing, so it takes a bit getting used to. But once you get used to it, it's fine. It is different. And some people don't particularly want to change what they're used to. So yeah, it's different. It is different. I like it. I mean, it's capable of, particularly with the software that they've written. The software is one of its strongest points. It can do just so many things, and they've crammed so much in the controller. The fact that you can have a mouse means that, for example, you can control all of TS1. Even Pro locos can be driven within a Steam controller, with it can't be with the Xbox controller, because you can just use it. You can set up one of the touchpads to be a mouse. Quint Street lead. Let's make sure we are routed correctly. We're probably not. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, it's got one thumbstick and 2 touch controls. So you could potentially have 3 joysticks. Actually, if you include the motion control, so like Flight Simulator, for example, I set that up so that the pitch and roll was set up on the motion controls, and then you could set up the your throttles or your rudder controls, all sorts of things on the touch controls. Makes for quite a nice experience, actually. It is pretty impressive, SimUK. It really is. I know when we got one sent over a long time ago to play with them and get used to them and get profiles done for train sim. Oh, the other one is fishing. If you've got fishing, you can set the motion controller up to be the casting of the rod. So it looks like effectively you do that to cast the rod, which is really cool. Sort of like the Wii comes to PC. Oh yeah, do join us on the Discord, SimUK. Hey Gouger, we ran your scenario. I think we had 5 crashes, but I think we got to the end. I'm not sure, it crashed after the APT had left. So I think we probably got just about to the end. No, in the end I had to reboot my PC completely, start the game up fresh. I had it on minimum of everything settings just about, and we managed to get through the thing, to part the APT leaving, and the 37 heading out behind it, and that was when it went bang. Hey Rubku, thank you for the host. Welcome to Rubku and Rubku's viewers. Hopefully we'll get to go a bit faster once we leave the yard. Oh, harsh, Dave, harsh. True, but harsh. I have got no idea, Gouger. It was just, it blew my mind because it wasn't crashing due to out of memory. It was crashing with 2 gigs of memory available, so I don't know what was causing it to crash at all. Have you got Discord, SimUK? If so, go into Discord settings and make sure your Twitch integration set up, and then shortly afterwards the MattPlaysTV Discord server should just appear in your section there. Yeah, the first time we played it, we got a little way into it before it crashed. Then I restarted the end, obviously, but it started the game up again, and it just crashed pretty much immediately. So, my machine's been giving me the heebie-jeebies all night, to be honest. Oh, wrong one. Have you done that mission yet, Axel, where the impossible turn, I think it's called? That one's fun. Yeah, human fall flat should be good fun. I also have 3 copies of Human Fall Flat, courtesy of Farmer JP. Big thank you to Farmer JP. And we'll be giving those out fairly early on, so that you can get them installed, and if you want to join in, you can join in, because Human Fall Flat is multiplayer now. So Drunk Bob's should be good fun. Drunk Bob, Barry, Steve and Andy, yeah. Bob, Bobby, Bobbo, Bobba, Bo. Oh, cool. We're at Quint Street, siding, ready to proceed south San Francisco Yard. At 12:45 or later, you are cleared, subject to indications, to proceed via the East Main to South San Francisco Yard. Have another go, Axel, and let me know and see whether or not it was a one-off, and I'll have a quick go at that one as well before we get started. Don't know, my head is being cut off a little bit. Yeah, I know. How's that? Is that better? You can see the entire shine dome now. I see we're wrong line running down here. Highball. Set base shore is now clear through. I don't know. I don't want to ask why you were trying to bribe a cow in a field, Dave. I think we're just going to leave that one right there. Baby kid. Hey, do one with the chair. Still highballing. Excellent, eh? Was that 40 on the HUD and I missed it? Oh, now we're back to 50 again. Right, that's base shore. Oh, we've only got so we've got 2 go vias, and then we are in stopping in East 4. Whoops, no, that one. Hey, no worries, CBK. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. It's empty now. That was ages ago, Ayrton. I haven't made a new cup of tea in a little while. It's probably the actual compressor on the loco. We'll be yarding your train south of San Francisco, east 4. Leave your power attached upon arrival in the yard. Do not exceed 10 miles per hour entering the yard, and you're responsible for your manual switches. Right, so we're coming across here. We then need to go via east 2, which we're doing. And then east 4, which is that one. And we have run off into that train. Excellent. That icon, Moggy. I must admit, I'm quite looking forward to giving this Warbird a spin. I don't know that I'll do the whole flight in the Warbird, but I'm definitely interested in looking forward to having a fly. See that gadget? That's a good one, Ayrton. All of a sudden got a 15 mile per hour signal indication going, or unless this is 20. It looks like a missing texture on the export there. Are you still there, Kevin? See you later, Euro City Boy. You're there. This is a New York, New Haven trash car, isn't it? It's got the bogus export on the animation there. Don't blame me, I don't know. Hey, I'm not blaming you, Kevin. Speaking of not doing the trains, how's that orange one coming along? That was looking rather splendid. Or have we not had much time to get back to it? East 2 and then East 4, nearly there. But it's quite a nice different pace to the normal scenario, isn't it? It's sort of do a bit of shunting and then take the cars somewhere. It's not Terry's, it's Kevin's, Moggy. Hey, Nico278, how are you doing? Oh, very nice. This is East 4. Just wait for we're all in and then we can stop. Good evening, Starling's Beard and Sealan. I will have a look and do it in a minute, Axel. I'm sure I don't remember having to do anything funky like that. I'm going to have to go and have a another visit to the loo before we get into planes, but right, planes is coming up next. That's Bay Pier Duty by High Iron Simulations. Another excellent scenario. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Silan, you bought Train Simulator back in 2012. Do you have to upgrade? Is it 2018? So there's two things. It's slightly confusing. There's two bits essentially. The core game will have upgraded so that it looks like this. It'll say it's TS 2018. It'll look and feel. It'll have all the gameplay features of TS 2018. What you won't have is the new routes that come in TS 2018, the new trains that come in it. You'll have exactly the same routes and trains that you had before. So if you install the game now, it will be the latest game code and the original game content that you had. It will be the latest versions of that game content, but it'll be TS 2012 would have been the Somerset and Dorset, the Newcastle York, all those Cone Pass, all those routes, they'll be there. So you'll have the latest versions of those routes. What you won't have is things like the Peninsula Corridor and North Wales Coast and Mittenwald Barn, I think it is. So if you want the new routes, then the easiest thing to do is just buy TS18.